So our lapel counter, we've been discussing it in class, you know, bringing it into a more organic drill. But the basic template is this. So if somebody grabs your jacket, Paul's a right-handed person. It's very rare they're going to grab with their strongest hand to hit with their weakest. Sometimes online you see people making it fit a template and a right-handed person grab. That's never going to happen. If they grab with their right, it's because they're a lefty. So the way I do this is I don't pin this. I want to be tactile. If Paul releases this, I want to know, but I do not want to fix on it. I don't know if he's going to strike straight or linear. Straight or circular. And that's another problem with this kind of drill, because unless Paul sends me an email and tells me which one he's going to do, I've got no idea, okay? And most often in these sort of examples, you see a circular technique. That's because it's easier to deal with. You can use like your sword hands, your agiokis, all these sort of things. But in my experience, a grab like this is usually followed with kind of straight piston punches. They may evolve into circular punches, but they'll start like this. The reason being, it's quicker. It's much quicker to grab and hit like this than it is to start swinging. So the counter to this, hands have got to be up. Paul's come inside my guard. I say trap, but I'm not trapping it with any real pressure. I just sort of reside on top. For safety, Paul's going to use his open hand. That's protecting his knuckles, not my elbow. And we drill this 3 shots. As soon as I feel this, I cover. If I can, I try and edge forward. In an ideal world, you get what you get. But the thing is, if that was a fist, Paul would not be punching my elbow as hard as that, because he would bust his hand. That's the point. Now, if Paul does resort to a circular technique, I can close in, destroy the bicep. Okay, so what this is counter-offensive. It's not purely defensive. Whichever one Paul chooses, we go 3 shots. That's 3. It retracts on the 3rd, and I attack the eyes. Now, the idea is, this is obviously very violent, but this is, you know, dangerous situation. The idea is that I would strike into the eyes. If that happens, I'd be looking to get safe and get away as quickly as I could. But the human nature, everybody protects their eyes. So Paul may flinch. But if he does that, what that does is open up this pathway here. Because I've got my hand here, I know where to strike. Because with my eyes closed, I can touch my own hand. So I've gone from the eyes, Paul stretched out, I impact round about the brachyradialis, bring him in, and I strike hard to the jaw. That may end the conflict. But, you know, there's no guarantees. So, if it doesn't, say I hit through, but Paul, now you see how Paul's lined up, that's going to be a circular punch. It has to be because of where his weight's aligned. So Paul throws a shot, I do the same cover, but this time I come in and strike here. Now, if Paul did this to me, he'd be striking to the face. It does not matter. From here, now to continue the drill, I underhook the striking arm by bringing the bony part of my wrist by the triceps tendon. So in, through, gets that little jump, and then slam, slam, slam. If Paul throws, he might cover, and then we get into sticky hands, but let's just say Paul throws again, just wedge it, impact the head, elbow, elbow, down if you can. I'm not tall enough to go to the knee, so I would hit there, push and go away. Okay, so that is how we deal with a single hand grab, and we can bring this into grappling drills, sterile situations like this where there was a conversation. The key is recognising it. Okay, so if Paul's grabbing, it's in 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang. Go for the eyes, safety obviously. Strike, hit. Paul goes again, bang. Underhook, bang, bang. Paul goes again, bang. In, elbow, elbow, bang, and away. Thank you, Paul. Obviously, I'm looking. This is not a retribution. You try and get yourself safe. That would have been more. That's massive overkill, to be fair. But we want to see how it evolves, because people are fighters. They may be on alcohol or drugs. You know, the initial strike that in theory should stop someone, may not. So you've always got to be ready to go again. But you always must be looking for that opportunity to get clear, get safe. So that's our lapel drill. Quite effective. If you're going to practice it, always have the attacker with the open hand. Because even doing it the energy Paul gave, if he punched my elbow, his knuckles are going to know about it and they will not thank him. That's the other part. You destroy the hand or you destroy the bicep. Either way, you're attacking. The perception is this happens, I'm defending. I'm not defending, I'm attacking. And for reference, this exercise is from Naihanchi. Thanks. Yep, so just a bit I forgot on that video. We did the lapel grab, so we've gone from there, 1, 2, 3. We're just going to go through this slow. I go for the eyes, bang, hit. Paul attacks, bang, wrap, impact. The guy's a fighter. Wedge it, obviously trying to destroy the limb at all times, but from here, bounce straight across, impact to the ear with the open hand, which is, you know, don't try this at home, even that soft is not pleasant. So on the recoil of that technique, power slap into the ear, and then follow with the elbow before you then go into the head control. I forgot to mention the little impact, it's not so little if you get it right, on the ear. So, just a tag on for that exercise. Thanks, Paul.